What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Hot Mic here on the John Rocha channel. I am John Rocha, joined as always by the Sneider himself, Jeff Sneider. How are you, Jeff?
Hello, Johnny boy. I got to take the second pink cardigan off behind me because it's turning me into like this giant pink blob, just like the gum that's like underneath the table, you know?
You look like a vulva is what you're saying. I think that's what you're saying. You're trying to say you look a little pink in there. How are you, Jeff? You are short one wide receiver. Are you okay? Are you okay with this situation? Yeah. What's going down there?
Passes for us. Like, what's going on here? We need a receiver. And who did the Bills just get today?
And they got DJ Moore from the Bears.
There better be a plan. That's all I'm saying. There better be a plan.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see for New England. But we're here to talk about all the stuff going on in the world of entertainment. A lot to get into here. A movie studio has been resuscitated. There's news around the Batman, possibly. There's commentary going on with Game of Thrones, a bunch of new trailers. There's the stuff that Jeff talked about and dropped earlier this week. We're talking about all of it here on the show. But, of course, a reminder that the Streamlabs and Superchats are open. Send in your love. Send in your questions, thoughts, and comments. Let's have a banner night tonight. Send in all your questions, thoughts, and comments through the Superchats or Streamlabs, which is pinned in the address or in the description of this video. All right, Jeff, let's get into the news that broke just about an hour ago. Pretty surprising news here. Megan Ellison is hiring Annapurna mogul, revs up movie ambitions again, according to Mia Galupa. This is apparently a exclusive here, but Megan Ellison is back in Hollywood, fresh off her brother David taking over Hollywood with his $111 billion fight to get WB. Megan Ellison is now coming back to Annapurna, and veterans Chelsea Bernard and Matthew Budman are returning to the company and been named co-heads. Apparently, she's reached out to a number of other former Annapurna executives that may be in motion. She's even let people know who have been taking rooms or places in the building that they need to vacate because they're going to need their space to breathe life back into Annapurna Pictures again. Jeff, there's a lot of great movies on this slate. They went to distribution route and kind of fell apart. She went away from Hollywood for almost 5 years. Your thoughts on her coming back here?
Daddy, I want one. I want one, Daddy. Give me the one that I had back.
That's a little Charlie and Chocolate Fans, little Willy Wonka there. What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, this is like, Dad, you just bent over backwards to fucking get $110 billion to give David to fucking buy Warner Brothers. Like, you can't give me another billion or two to reestablish Annapurna and start back up again. Like, come on, man. And that's probably what happened here. Like, the timing is just so coincidental.
Yeah, but there's no like how can I say this? There's no guarantee that this regulatory approval will actually go through. There's still hoops they need to jump through. There's still all kinds of stuff that could happen here. So it's an interesting move by Megan to make this move now. And look, I kind of feel like this is a good thing for the fact that she has championed a lot of these kind of independent features, a lot of these people, right, that are not necessarily in the mainstream. And there's even talk about, I think there was talk about her moving in on the new Boots Riley film as well in some way, but she did pick up the Olivia Wilde film, The Invite. So this has probably been in motion for a bit. And although putting aside the billionaire's daughter stuff, do you like that she's a voice now and revving up Annapurna back all over it?
I've always liked Megan Ellison. I think that she has good taste. Which is hard to come by in this town. And listen, sometimes having good taste means working with some great artists on not the best work, and it ends up biting you in the ass, which is kind of what happened to her.
Right.
She kind of got lost in her own taste a little bit and forgot to take into account the taste of the general public that's paying for movie tickets.
Right.
But I really liked a lot of the movies that Annapurna made. And I think, it's great to have another buyer in the marketplace or just another, producer with access to funding who can finance movies and get them made. It remains to be seen whether there's a larger plan for David to absorb Megan's company and to turn her into like the prestige arm of Paramount and turn her into the Paramount Vantage, division, which they used to have.
Yeah.
made a lot of good movies as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just about how much David really wants to finance those kinds of movies, and like how many slots they would get out of that 30 film slate, really, right? Maybe what, 3 out of Paramount's 15?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, yeah. Especially at the rate that she goes in with these kinds of movies. Do you think, I mean, in the past, she was doing 20 to $50 million kind of independent films. Do you think that is not the plan going forward? They'll be doing for smaller budgets, maybe more, but for smaller budgets? What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I think 15 to 20 is a realistic high point. I don't think you can make 40, 50, $60 million movies anymore. That's the problem with the industry, is that the middle has fallen out.
Yeah.
But given the marketplace, those movies just don't make sense anymore, right? It doesn't make sense to spend $60 million on a small art house movie that everyone's not going to go see in theaters, and it's going to be on VOD in a month. I think if there's a huge, not void in the marketplace, but a place to take advantage of it is financing low budget horror movies, right? Financing the long legs of the worlds.
Right.
Those kinds of movies at $5 to $10 million, just get in bed with an Oz, what's his name? Oz Perkins.
Osgood Perkins. Yeah.
And just kind of ride the genre until the wheels fall off, kind of. Or at least use the genre movies to then pay for the quirky Charlie Kaufman movies that we all read about were in development a decade ago that never got made.
What do you think she's been doing for the last 5 years? I mean, there was that Nimona stuff a couple of years ago, but like, has she just been living off the money she has and kind of abiding her time, waiting for all of this to come, waiting for an opportunity to open up itself again? Or was she doing like...
She's had a staff the whole time.
She's what?
She's had a staff the whole time. I know someone who's worked there.
Wow.
Pretty consistently. They've been doing, television stuff. It was really just... they bit off more they can chew because they became their own theatrical distributor. It was like, I'm tired of like having to deal with distributors, and like all of a sudden I made a movie and now I have to like give it to Sony to distribute or whatever. I don't like giving up that control. We'll do it ourselves. Well, you know what? It's not that easy, especially if you don't hit at the box office. Now you're like fucked.
Right.
So that's kind of what happened there.
The article points out something really interesting here. Mark Bowl said this in an interview with THR. Over the past 10 years, the space has gotten pretty barren for these important movies that Annapurna used to make. And the writer of the piece says that with increasingly few distributors and money to operators, it is a space that has shrunk even further. Big producer financiers like Participant Media, which was behind films like Spotlight and Roma, and Braun Studios, which was behind Judas and the Black Messiah and the Mule, have shuttered, while traditional studios have retrenched themselves in their respective risk-averse fare. A lot of people said that with Ellison moving in to do what he's doing, there's going to be like companies that rise up to kind of counter what Ellison is doing with Paramount. So, but you're talking about David possibly absorbing Annapurna and becoming the arm, as opposed to Annapurna popping up as a bit of a counter programming type of thing.
If he has a taste for those movies, or if he wants to chase Oscars. I assume he wants to win some Oscars so he can say that they did that under his watch.
Yeah.
And that means investing in those kinds of movies. Unless you feel like, well, Pam and Mike are going to win the Oscar one way or the other this year with their 2 movies, One Battle After Another and Sinners. So, why not just keep them around and have them make those kinds of prestige movies with the incredible relationships that they have. I mean, maybe Megan just becomes an arms dealer and starts selling those kinds of movies to the highest bidder. I mean, shit, who could use her is the company that's invested God knows how much money chasing Oscars and can't come up with one. And that's Netflix.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
Netflix could really use someone like Megan Ellison making prestige movies for them because they just don't have a nose for it.
What about Bernard and Budman coming back? Bernard responsible for movies like Her and Booksmart, and Budman for American Hustle and Zero Dark 30 and Joy. They're back in the mix now. So this is like putting the band back together almost, but it's like 5 years later, 7 years later, are they going to be able to capture the magic again? That's the next question, right? As you said, she's smart.
You're a billionaire, right? And you're opening, and like they operate out of like 3 like bungalows, sort of like 3 like homes that she owns or whatever. So I feel like there's a certain level of trust, right?
Yeah.
It's probably hard
Yeah.
to trust as a billionaire, and so you're turning to the people who used to do it for you.
Yeah.
It's not like she had to pry them away from anywhere. That speaks to just how tough it is in the indie film world. I don't know what Chelsea and Boudman. I mean, I think they were doing some independent producing, but like
Probably
looking for some security.
Yeah.
Craziness of it all. So it wasn't tough to get them to agree to come back, I think.
Yeah. And just a little background for what you mentioned earlier for people who are watching may not know is Paramount Vantage was behind movies like Alexander Payne's Nebraska, There Will Be Blood for Paul Thomas Anderson, and No Country for Old Men for the Coen brothers, but it shuttered in 2014. So yeah, I mean, you make a great point. It could slide in here and just fill that hole that's there if, as you said, David Ellison wants to do that. But it's funny because the article says people were cheering for her downfall and now they're excited for her to be coming back. So she must have clearly, as you said, like thought her shit didn't stink and thought she could control all of this stuff and really had to eat crow on this one. So
I think her first go around was a humbling experience for her.
Yeah.
She learned that she kind of bit off more than she could chew, and that she had to surround herself with experienced people who know what they're doing. Because you can't do it all.
So do you think now she'll come back probably a bit more wiser, a bit more experienced, grizzled?
Yeah, learned a few lessons about what works, what's not working right now.
Yeah.
You can always take a big swing and try to change the marketplace, but I think she's got to hit some singles and doubles first and show the town that she's like back and able to turn a buck.
If I'm a small to medium-sized filmmaker, am I excited about this possibility? Am I immediately getting in front of Annapurna, in front of Megan Ellison to pitch my stuff or to make my stuff? Like, what am I excited about?
Scripts, yeah. I mean, if you've struggled to get those scripts made, absolutely. As good, their money is as good as any. Her money.
Yeah, that's for sure. All right, well, let's move on to this story, Jeff. Really interesting story here. Isaac Chung is out. He is out as the director on the Warner Brothers Ocean's 11 prequel that was set to star Margot Robbie, who was also producing it. The WB spokesperson said to Anthony D'Alessandro over there at Deadline that, quote, "This is an amicable split due to creative differences." And there's a bunch of comments of kissing Lee Isaac's ass and all of this, talking about how great he was. But now we're back all over again in this boat where there is no director for this thing. And people are already questioning whether this thing is going to happen. Is this the slow death of this project? And eventually we're not going to hear about it anymore.
Kind of feels like it. I mean, never really made, as I wrote last night in the newsletter, it doesn't really make much sense to me to have an Ocean's 11, a sequel that you're working on with George and Brad and Matt Damon.
Yeah.
And a prequel with Bradley Cooper and Margot Robbie. Yeah. It's like having two Batmen. It's just like, wait, this is like confusing. And I don't know that the franchise is big enough to support this. And especially if you do the Margot Robbie, Bradley Cooper, like that's one that you do when you're out of sort of ideas and you can't get the band back together.
Yeah.
You can't make that movie. And then what if it does poorly? And now you've like poisoned the well for the Ocean's 11 movie that you really wanted to make. Right. Absolutely not. I'm not surprised that this fell apart. I was chasing a piece of casting actually. Between us, it was Daisy Edgar Jones, right, who worked with Lee Isaac Chung on Twisters. Right. Chasing a piece of casting for that, and then I was like, I'm going to be going with this story, and they're like, don't go with this story. And a week later, it falls apart, and today Daisy Edgar Jones signs on.
For Coda, right? For the Coda director's next film.
For tomorrow.
Right.
So, it was, that's why you check with studios and why you hold stories, because, obviously they have more information than you do. And they can kind of tell like, hey, this has been in the ether for a while and hasn't happened. And it's probably because there's an issue, a larger issue with the project.
Yeah. What do you think do you think it was like, I know one of the criticisms I had, I know you liked Wuthering Heights, but one of the criticisms I had was that Margot was miscast in the movie, in my opinion. Do you think as you were chasing this, was the Daisy Edgar Jones role going to be a supporting role or going to be a lead role in this? And was there...
So I don't know what the other roles are, right, in that movie. If it's like, she's like a shipping heiress or something, Well, I was like, is she replacing Margot Robbie? But
That's what I was going to ask you, because the creative differences thing.
I did think about it, but I'm like, now the age difference is even crazier with her and Bradley Cooper, right? They're supposed to be playing a couple. She's like 10 years younger than Margot or something like that. Like, yeah, that doesn't. I don't know if she's 10 years younger, but
well, no. I'm more saying that maybe they decided, maybe like what you were chasing. If you'd heard that in The Wind, Daisy Edgar Jones, maybe it was Isaac Chung who wanted to change the story and focus on someone younger who's a little more on the come up than someone who is, still has been a bit of a spotty record around Barbie. So maybe he felt Daisy was the better draw considering how Twisters did. And this is the creative differences. Margot didn't want to step away from the lead of the film.
That makes no sense.
Well, I mean, you would replace Cooper, which I always thought was I don't know. I didn't think that was the smartest choice. So it's not like you couldn't replace Cooper and go with a younger actor as well, completely recast the leads. Is that a possibility?
Daisy Edgar Jones is not as big a draw as Margot Robbie. So, like, what?
Are you insane? Would you like me to show you the box office of Margot Robbie other than Barbie? I would happily show you all those films that crashed and burned.
I don't know who Daisy Edgar Jones is compared to Margot Robbie.
Yeah, but after Twisters, 300, whatever it was. I mean,
the girl from Twisters. What? What are you saying right now?
All right. I think you're wrong, but all right. I mean, yeah. I think young people know who the fuck she is. And I just think we're looking at it as older dudes.
I don't think that Isaac Chung wanted to change the focus of the movie, and I think he knew who he's working for. Who do you think's calling the shots on that movie, John?
Well, of course she is, but
Margot Robbie's calling the shots.
But Isaac Chung isn't some like nobody director. He's got a right to also.
I don't think that's what the creative differences were. Like Margot were actually.
Well, then what do you think the creative differences were? What would you speculate there?
I have no idea.
Okay, all right.
Again, it's probably just. Listen, you're not a big enough director to like get this movie greenlit. Thinking about it.
Okay. You don't think coming off of Twisters, you don't think he's a big enough director to get this greenlit?
No one. Twisters is that's the IP. It's a big tornado. No one knows who like directed that movie.
Yeah, but he has the A24 of Minari. He has the credit. He has the name.
What are you talking about right now?
Oh my God.
General public. Oh, Minari. What are you talking about?
Yeah, no. The Ocean's 11 is the brand, just like Twisters is the brand. It doesn't matter who's fucking directing.
Get a movie greenlit, and I guess he wasn't getting the job done. I don't know. Like you're asking me to speculate.
That's what we do on this show. We speculate.
We do.
Kind of what we do. So come on. All right, let's move on to another. Speaking of speculation, I want to ask you about this. This popped off a few days ago. You may be pissed and move past this topic, but I thought I'd ask you about it anyway.
Is it about the Jews?
No, it's not about the Jews. A few days ago, our friend John Campea here spoke about the James Gunn situation, which we talked about last week. But this is a quote from him earlier this week on his show. You can watch the video. It's an 8-minute video. He says, I'm 100% sure that before the end of the year, James Gunn is going to go to David Zaslav and say, it's been nice, but there's no way I'm working for those guys. So can you please let me out of my contract? And I think David Zaslav will let him out of his contract and that he may go to Marvel and be the heir apparent for Kevin Feige there. Campea listed a number of reasons, but the political differences was a big deal that Campea highlighted there, as well as just the issues of Ellison wanting control of DC, where they were pretty much left alone. Ellison would be much more on top of them. So I know last week you were like, oh, who cares what's going on? I just wanted to ask you what you thought of John's comments, and because John has connections, he has the inside word sometimes. Do you think there's a little bit of truth to this, or just kind of speculation, nothing more?
I think it's completely ridiculous.
You do.
I'll do a respect to John, who I love. And I miss you, John, if you're watching. He's working for David Zaslav. I don't care if you're like, well, David Zaslav's very hands off. I mean, David Ellison's very hands on, and I mean, these guys are both. What do you mean? What are we talking about here? Like, they're both Trump guys, right?
I don't think Zaslav is as hands-on about the DC universe.
Percentage of hands-onness. I don't even know what we're talking about. No, I think if he's working for Zaslav, he'll have no problem working for Ellison. If Ellison is the one who controls the characters that he loves and he wants to continue telling stories in that universe, then he'll do everything in his power to keep that job. I don't think it's going to be like, well, you're a big Trump guy. I'm leaving and I'm going back to Marvel so I can work for Disney, as if they don't, come on, like, please.
Okay. I think there's more, you know how I feel about it. I think there's more truth. I think there's more possibility in it for sure. Because like when you come out at the end of the day, yes, you get to work for these characters, but if you make money, you're making money to help a company that is a big Trump supporter. That gets into your ethics. That gets into your points of views. Remember the comments he made about Superman being an immigrant. Him and his brother made those comments. MAGA lost their fucking mind. So, I mean, like, are there going to be conversations where they try to curtail James Gunn's instincts? He showed Nazis being in the alternate universe in the second season of Peacemaker. Are these things that are very close to some of the points of views that we were hearing from the right?
David Ellison loves Nazis, and so he wouldn't let them.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the Nazi stuff was there's some of the words that they wanted to say were connected to the right wing side of things. So I was saying it could be an issue down the road. You clearly don't think so, but we'll see. You also thought, well, let's move on.
I don't. Fuck.
Okay, fair point. Let's go into DC. Let's stay in DC. Let's get to the big news here. Jeff, what is going on here with this Daniel Craig situation? Matt Reeves is in production for the Batman Part 2. There was reports, of course, that Brad Pitt was initially offered the role. You put that out there, but ultimately passed. Then Stellan Skarsgård apparently declined the part, and now a number of people are hearing from Giant Freaking Robot and other places that Daniel Craig has apparently been offered the role of Christopher Dent in the Batman Part 2. And here's the weird part. If Craig refuses the role, apparently Liam Neeson is next in line for the part. I love the Daniel Craig possibility. I think it's weird to follow up with, well, if he doesn't say no, well, if he says no, we'll go to Liam Neeson and see what he says. That's what
makes me feel everything is suspect. Like, what? There's no like even thinking about that. Like, that would be part of a tip. Like, oh, they're going to this guy after this guy.
Yeah.
No. I don't know. I guess I could buy it being Daniel Craig. He's only 15 years older than Sebastian Stan. I'm not sure I'd buy Daniel Craig as Sebastian Stan's father.
But he's got those wrinkles. He's got those lines. Danny's put some face on, He put on face.
A little bit older. The problem to me is that he's so expensive. To me, it feels like they would go from Pitt to Craig to Stellan Skarsgård. Doesn't make sense that they'd go from Stellan Skarsgård then back to Daniel Craig. Again, it's like Daniel Craig and ScarJo. Like, these are huge salaries.
Yeah.
I'd just be surprised at this point if that was the case.
I like the idea because I like Daniel Craig. I hear you on the salaries thing, but we know this. If the script is good enough, sometimes actors will take a little bit of a cut, maybe a back end, take points or whatever. So there's possibilities here. But if he gets into this project, bro, this is a murderer's row of casting, for God's sakes. And this makes this immediately becomes like one of the most anticipated, if not the most anticipated films of that year.
It probably is a one-off for whatever actor is playing Christopher Dent.
Right.
So it's not like he's being locked into like a Bond type of situation.
Yeah.
But, I did wonder if he'd like wanted to jump right back into another big franchise on the heels of Bond and Knives Out. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see it. I'll put it this way. Like, I think Giant Freaking Robot may have been the first to put out the Scarlett Johansson thing to its credit.
Right.
But the trades confirm that pretty quickly, and they haven't weighed in yet on the Daniel Craig of it all. So,
well, wasn't the Scarlet one a casting? This is more an offer, right? So it isn't locked down. So maybe if Daniel Craig does decide to go, that's when the trades will report on it to kind of underline.
Like, that's another like big movie, and he's doing Chazelle's prison movie. Like, it's a lot of working back to back to back. Maybe he's up for it, but it's a lot.
Yeah.
And
from what you were saying, isn't this this is a bigger role than you might think, right? This is going to have a little more weight to it.
Pretty significant, like a pretty significant role.
Yeah. All right. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. I like it. I hope it happens, but we'll see what happens with it. All right, let's move on to this story. What are your thoughts on this, Jeff? There's apparently a Game of Thrones movie in the works at Warner Brothers from House of Cards showrunner and Andor writer Beau Willimon. He's already submitted a draft, apparently, according to Page 6. But it's unclear whether the Game of Thrones film will actually be made, given the news that WB is in the process of being sold, obviously, to Paramount. But this is a possibility here. So no plot details have been confirmed, though the story is reportedly...
Keep that art there, John. This looks like a Star Wars movie right now. Like, look at that art. You're telling me that's not Star Wars?
It does look like Star Wars for sure. Yeah. Well, it's a rumor to be about Aegon the First. I know you don't know too much.
Oh, Aegon the First. Yes, of course. I know his kin, Aegon the Second. I went to.
There was no second. What do you think about this, though, Jeff? I mean, look, House of the Dragon has kind of revitalized brand a little bit. Night of the Seven Kingdoms has been really well received. The ratings came out this week. Pretty positive stuff. But Game of Thrones still has that bad aftertaste from season 8. So would this be a way of kind of moving around it? And I do like Beau Willimon as a writer. So is this a possibility, or does this feel like a little too late for something to do a theatrical film about this stuff?
Doesn't feel too late.
Okay.
But I think that there's a major ceiling on something like this.
Okay.
Like a $300 million ceiling. Like I can't see this movie grossing more than $300 million. So you'd really have to like keep the budget down.
Right.
To like 90, 100 million, 120 tops. If you're doing 150, I think it's already tough to like get your money back at that point. I just don't think like the audience is going to feel like, oh, I'm going to need to have seen all of Game of Thrones. I need to see this and that to have this make sense. Yeah, I'm not a Game of Thrones guy. I could give two shits about this entire franchise. I have no plans to see this movie. I don't care who's writing it.
I think it's fascinating because I mean, it feels to me too little, too late now in this whole situation. And it's the rare TV show that jumps to a theatrical feature and is successful, right? Like Star Trek did that, but it's rare when it happens because most of the time the people don't come out because the reason they enjoyed it was they could roll over on their couch and hit play. Now you've got to actually go to the theater. It's a little harder to get people into the theater. But if, as you say, they take kind of a Star Warsian approach from that art, as you say, maybe enough people will go out and see.
I mean, Calvin Patel, you say, geez, so negative. What do you want me to do here? I don't watch the show. I never liked the show. I've seen parts of the show. I'm like, this shit's just not for me.
Now, Rachel says, didn't How to Train Your Dragon make 300? Yeah, but that was a theatrical feature already in terms of an animated feature. Yeah.
What? This is like not even the same thing. How to Train Your Dragon. That's a kid's franchise.
That's true.
That's like people don't even like. We're so adults are now so childlike. They don't understand. Like that is a kid's franchise. Game of Thrones is not a kid's franchise. So you can cut that number in half.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see here. All right, let's move on to this. Jeff, the Lanterns trailer dropped just yesterday after it was supposed to drop today, and people were leaking the trailer. I don't know how they were leaking the trailer, and then the trailer dropped all of a sudden yesterday around noon.
Manifested it.
Basically, that's what Gunn says, right? This was an interesting trailer. The reaction online has been pretty split. Some people like it because it is exactly as promoted, a true detective buddy cop type of approach to things, and other people are pissed because there weren't bright green lights and space and other green lanterns and all this kind of shit. What did you think? Did you see this trailer? What do you think of this trailer? What are your feelings around this thing? It's the next James Gunn offering here in terms of under his
cool. I mean, I know too much about this show. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil anything.
Okay,
more than I should. I think it looks good. I really thought it was cool in the trailer when Kyle Chandler just takes to the skies.
Yeah.
It was super cool because you're not expecting it because the whole trailer has been fairly grounded.
Yes.
You don't understand how he's surviving, car crashes and shit like that.
Right.
But yeah, by the end, you're like, oh, these people have superpowers.
Right.
Like if you don't know what Green Lantern is or any of this shit, you don't know until the end.
Yeah, I've seen some people complain about the fact that you don't know that people are like, oh, it's Green Lantern. It needs to be this. It needs to be that. And it's like, listen, this is the first introduction of this character in this universe. And the last time we saw this character was fucking Ryan Reynolds' movie, which was horrific. So, like, you're not going to come out like, okay, let's show all the Green Lanterns in space and let's show the Guardians of Oa and let's show it's like, you want to take it slow. And this is just a teaser. It isn't even the full trailer. You know, there might be powers and other stuff going on.
Me, I know everybody wants like space and like all that kind of shit, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's 2 scenes in this. And if you do the show correctly, which is to make it cheap and successful, you just have, you know, a scene at the beginning where, you know, they're sending the fucking guys to Earth to investigate. And then the end when they bring their fucking findings back. 2 scenes in space. That's all.
That's all you need. Yeah. Well, I do like the kind of Mickey Rocky type approach to it where he's training him with some tough love and throwing him out there. It reminded me a lot of Men in Black. It had a lot of Men in Black energy to me with Tommy Lee Jones training Will Smith, so to speak, but without any of the jokes necessarily. So I like the trailer. It looks good. I'm excited for it. I hope it's good.
What people were expecting. I think that James Gunn called this shot, and this is exactly what the show looks like. I think I can't say more.
Have you seen it?
No, but I know a lot of it.
Another. Okay. All right. So we won't get you in trouble. Let's leave it at there.
Haven't I told you stuff about it?
No, you have not told me anything about this. We haven't talked about it offline. Maybe we can after the show. So
I don't want to.
You know, that's all right. I don't mind. We're 30 minutes into the show, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. We got well over 500 of you hanging out with us live. Please remember, send in your Streamlabs and Superchats as we go along. What are your thoughts on all the things we talked about already? What are your thoughts on the Annapurna stuff, the Isaac Chung stuff, the Campea's comments on James Gunn possibly leaving DC over a number of differences? Your thoughts on Lanterns trailer and everything else we've talked about here, including Daniel Craig in the Batman Part 2. Let us know. Send in your questions, thoughts, and comments. All right, Jeff, let's move on to your stuff here. Tell us about this. Apparently, Sir Ben Kingsley will be playing a key role in Sonic the Hedgehog 4. So what's this all about there, Jeff? This was your scoop.
Yeah, quite a pickle, isn't it?
Why you say that?
No, I'm just messing with the fans because there's some character named Professor Pickle, I think.
Oh, that could be possible.
I have no idea who he's playing. But people didn't, because nobody subscribed, right? People just don't pay for news anymore. They just read the headline and that's it. It's a live action role. So everyone's like, oh, he's voicing this character. He's voicing this character. I'm like, you clearly didn't read it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Live action role. I don't know if he's going to be a villain or something. I mean, I could see him being like, you know, Jim Carrey's father or something like that.
Yeah.
I could just see him being anybody with like a crazy mustache. I think, you know, kids maybe were exposed to him a little bit more with Wonder Man, and he's great.
Some people, a Game Reactor here is speculating that he could be playing Eggman Nega, who is a future and even more evil Eggman.
Ooh, Eggman Mega.
Or Metal Sonic.
Metal Sonic.
That's who's going to be with Kristen Bell's character. She's coming in.
Would that be a voice role?
It would be a voice role, yes. So it may not.
It's not Metal Sonic,
right? Could be the Time Eater or Silver the Hedgehog, which
these are likely voice roles, right?
Oh, I guess Silver would be. I don't know about the Time Eater.
Nobody reads the story.
I don't know about the Time Eater, but maybe. Yeah.
Damn.
What did you write? You wrote key role. Landed a key role is what you said. Did you say specifically live action in your write-up?
Or did I say key live action role?
It says key role here. They're quoting you as landed a key role.
Someone's quoting me?
Yes. It's Games Reactor. Game Reactor. They even put your tweet up, for God's sakes. They gave you some love here. Right here. Look, there you go. They gave you some love.
Let's
Jeff Sneider. Hot off Marvel's Wonder Man.
I have it right here.
Did you write key role?
Hold on. Sir Ben Kingsley has signed on to play a key live action role.
Oh, they left that out. All right.
This is what I'm talking about, people. Why you're reading aggregation and the people cannot aggregate properly. They don't know what they're doing. So just pay for the original source who went to the trouble of writing it a certain way.
There you go. That's a fair point. That's a fair point. So I mean, this is so interesting. Ben Kingsley, or Sir Ben, sorry, is such an interesting actor because you hear all kinds of stories about how serious he takes his acting, and I love that he's still willing to be in these cheesy fucking projects or franchises. It's a lot of fun. I don't mean cheesy in a negative way for Sonic. Sonic is fun, but I just mean these other type of things that don't necessarily radiate serious acting. It is a nice. He likes to take the piss out of himself in that way.
We'll get more into media literacy when it comes to Bond. But I will tell you my Ben Kingsley story really quickly. I did interview when I was in college. For Lucky Number 11.
Oh yeah, I love that film with Josh Hartnett. That's a good film.
You love that film? Okay,
I do. I think it's a good film.
The Wagness is a great movie. Dusty thoughts. Thank you. Anyways, I interviewed him in college, and I picked up a copy of Lucky Number 11. I bought a DVD bootleg on the street on the way into the interview. So I brought it into him and I showed it to him. And I was like, how do you feel as an actor that before your movie's even out or like opening weekend that your movie's out, I can buy it on the sidewalk for $5?
Wow. And
he was like, get that away from me. That is stolen material. I cannot be in the same room as that DVD. Like, I was like, easy there, Sir Ben.
You're gonna get me in trouble, son.
God damn, Sir Ben.
Oh man, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
He rubbed his head. He dipped his head in oil and he rubbed it all over me.
Really?
Yeah. True story.
Nice. Let's get into something that's interesting that happened here, Jeff. What are your thoughts on this? Ben Affleck and Netflix are in business together now. Netflix has acquired Affleck's AI filmmaking startup, and will serve who will serve as advisor to Netflix. This is called Interpositive. It's a startup founded by Ben Affleck that makes AI-powered tools for filmmakers, and he says it's distinctly different from something like Sora or OpenAI. We just type in a prompt. This is for directors to use after they've shot their movie or as they're shooting their movie to do post-production, make some changes, adjust shots, things of that nature. And there was a 5-minute video that came out where he was sitting down and talking about the project and about what he wants to do with it. And he was sitting there with a couple of the people like Bella Bajaria here, and I think Elizabeth Stone from Netflix. And they talked about this situation here. This seems like a different approach to AI, don't you think?
Yeah, this approach is okay, you know. This is the good approach because it's Ben Affleck. We should just do like an SNL like perfume spoof like AI, where it's like AI, it's a tool, not a replacement. Like what? Ben Affleck, the man of the people, whose company is all about. We got to get equal pay to the below the line people. Everybody's in this together. Now it's like we need AI to replace all these lighting people. No, actually, I read some very astute analysis on it from Akash Gupta today.
Oh, okay.
And he basically said that it was a very smart deal on Netflix's part, right? You can spend $110 billion for legacy media, right? Yeah. Or you can spend what is probably $100 million on something like the wave of the future, right? Future tech that's going to affect a whole bunch of different facets of your company. Yeah. And he broke it down where it's basically like if Netflix spends $20 billion a year on content and VFX and post-production is 20 to 25% of production budgets, right? That's $4 or $5 billion that they're spending on that stuff. If you can even reduce that number, right? That 4 or 5 billion by 10% or 15%, that's 400 million to 750 million that you're saving, and you only spend 100 million on the company.
Yeah.
So well, it's a bargain.
It's a fascinating thing when I was reading the article and then watching the video. Like, it's going to be stored in-house. This is not going to be open for other people to use, right? Whereas OpenAI is and these other AI tools are.
Right. It's for filmmakers.
But it's still going to put people out of jobs, Jeff, because you're essentially doing post-production as you're going along shooting your movie. So you're not actually bringing people in to do post-production. You're going to do it on this tool. So yes, this will be an efficient way to make films. And I wonder if this is Netflix's like long-term plan to counter what Ellison has talked about, using AI for Paramount movies. Is this a way for Netflix to have their own kind, as you said, in-house stuff to be able to use at a way cheaper price? And this will attract filmmakers to work with them because filmmakers will still be able to use human beings and do the human stuff and all of that. But on the back end, they'll be able to post-produce as they go along shooting their movie, which means they'll get the movie done quicker and get it out quicker and on to the next job. So I do like this idea in that way.
Yeah, it will be efficient. It's obviously going to speed up the process. I don't know how many jobs it ultimately is going to cost. It seems like it would be inevitable that it would cost some jobs, but I don't know, that Ben Affleck would necessarily argue that.
Yeah.
I'm sure he has his talking points on today's deal. But yeah, again, it just seems like a very smart deal for Netflix, which hasn't bought a lot of stuff. It's been reluctant to do big M&A deals. But this one was worth it. And, they want to be in business with Ben long-term. That's why, Artist First or Artist Equity just signed that deal with Netflix.
Yeah. What's funny is watching the video, Bella and Elizabeth are like very calm executives. You see them kind of teeing Affleck up, and he's like a spastic dork throughout the whole video, and there's other things, and you're just like, wow, there is like this other side of Ben Affleck behind the muscles and the chin that he is a super dork, and it's kind of interesting to see when he goes into his super dork stuff. You're just like, wow, this is actually legitimately this intelligent, and so it's not surprising that he's found himself in this position to do the things that he's doing, and so I applaud him. I wish I was a filmmaker that could use this and learn this, because it's real interesting what they're doing on the post-production side of things. So we'll see, man. I may have a new goal in my life now because I really enjoyed that stuff. Anything else you want to say on this? Anything else? Shall we move on?
We can move on.
All right, we're moving on here. We're about 15 minutes away from the hour. So just a reminder. Go ahead. What did you say, Jeff? Were you gonna say?
Oh, nothing. Go. I was singing.
Yeah, send in your Streamlabs and super chats as we're going along here, people. We only have 13 super chats.
What?
Fuck, that's insane. Come on, people.
You guys need to see my nips or what?
Oh, Jesus Christ. No, I don't. Let's not do that. Let's move on to this. Jeff, you wanted to talk about this situation. Speaking of Ben Affleck, let's move on to Matt Damon.
Yeah.
Matt Damon as Jason Bourne. Matt Damon as Jason Bourne. And, there've been talk about other people coming in, Will Poulter, Aaron Taylor-Johnson to replace him. But you texted me, you want to talk about whether Matt Damon should stay as Jason Bourne. So I think you wrote an article about this a couple days ago. So your thoughts on it?
It's called The Bourne Reboot-a-matum. Although I was torn between that and the Bourne candidacy.
That is what you should have gone with. You should have workshopped that title a little more. Candidacy is the way to go.
But Reboot-a-matum was fun. So yes, as I alluded to on last week's show, I had a source, and the source was vague, and they just said, "I hear an actor is out on Bourne," and I took that to mean that there's a new Bourne.
Yeah.
Right? Technically, Matt Damon could still be back, and they could be handing the franchise to some young guy or grooming some young guy. So, he's more of a mentor or something like that. But I just don't think that Damon solo is the way to go at 55 years old. I think it's time. I think Bond is getting a reboot. It's time for Bourne to get a reboot. Like, you got to be able to compete. I know there's a temptation, particularly with Damon as the star of your biggest movie of the year, The Odyssey. And he got into incredible shape for that, right?
Yes, he did.
He looks great. But, you're only prolonging the inevitable if you don't recast now. So whether whether this new actor who has an offer or whatever is playing Jason Bourne and Damon's not coming back, or Damon is coming back and the guy's playing somebody else who will take on the mantle of Bourne, I don't know. And I could see how my report was a little confusing because like I talk about replacing Matt Damon, and then I'm like, well, Matt Damon could also do like come back as a passing the torch kind of thing.
Yeah,
I don't know what the take is. Damon's also very obviously expensive.
yeah.
I mean, Universal could save a lot of money just casting a new young actor and not having to shell out for Matt's salary.
Right.
We'll see, but it caught me by surprise when I heard that an offer was out because, I mean, Universal kind of just got the rights back. We haven't even heard about a writer, but maybe they feel like there's a great young actor out there and they want to snatch him off the market.
Well, I'm of two minds of this. I get the Matt Damon being too old maybe to come back to do an installment. And certainly, Jeff, the last installment did not do well, wasn't received that well. And so you go, well, maybe he has the time gone. Huh?
It did better than I thought. It did like 415 million, which wasn't as much as part 3.
That's what I mean. In comparison.
Right, wasn't well received.
Right. But like, there is something to be said that sometimes the role just passes you by and you got to move on. And so I wonder if it is the time for Damon to move on from this. I can't imagine he would do a passing the torch type of thing. Although Damon is a nice guy and seems to be cool with showing up in random cameos in movies or playing around with Kimmel and Sarah Silverman. Maybe he is, but it's the rare Hollywood star that stars in his own movie passing the torch to someone else. Like Schwarzenegger kind of did it in The Rundown with The Rock in that scene in the bar. Rocky kind of did it begrudgingly to Creed in Rocky 2. But like, it's a rare thing. My thing is that, does this franchise even work without Damon? Yes, these are based on great books and all that kind of stuff, but the name recognition is so strong of Matt Damon and Jason Bourne. I don't know necessarily that it could work. Remember, they went with the Renner one. That didn't do so well. And so, like, would this make sense to bring in a new young actor? Would it actually revitalize this? And would fans want to see another Jason Bourne? I don't know that character has enough oomph without Damon. That's kind of where I'm at mentally.
But you wouldn't make a play for these rights in perpetuity.
I'm not saying they're wrong to do this. I'm saying it might not work either way. It might not work. You know?
Right. I mean, listen, I've never been a big Bourne person. I've never liked amnesia-based stories, other than like the action stuff, which has obviously been very influential.
Right.
On a story level, I never cared for Bourne, and the last 2 movies, I think you're right, are just bad. The Renner one and Matt Damon's last entry. So I would like to kind of see a reboot, and just like an entirely kind of new, clearer mythology, because I find Bourne to be very confusing as well. But I don't know if the Matt Damon lure is like irresistible. I mean, Hollywood can't give up on this generation of stars, right? It's like to embrace these new guys, but I think it's time. I think there's a crop out there.
I like the idea of Will Poulter. Of all the names that have been mentioned, his is the name that I like the most. I think he's got that kind of swagger. He's got that build and that charm to play the role. I think it could be possible.
Did you see that kid who tweeted at me today and said Will Poulter's too nerdy to play Bourne? I said, well, how about them apples?
Yeah, I mean, seriously, what are we talking about? Like, have you seen Matt Damon's earlier roles? Let me show you Matt Damon in school ties. I'll show you a nerdy guy. You know, so yeah, no, that's the thing. I wonder. I just wonder if those 2 movies are nostalgia bait, but not going forward with a new franchise, rebooting it all over bait. Like, I just don't know if that makes sense.
I think the way to do it is to honestly, I stand by what I said last week with like Damson Idris. Like, I think if you want to distinguish Bourne from Bond, you have to make him completely different than Bond.
Yeah.
And having a black Bourne could be great.
Yeah. But didn't they try? Well, not necessarily a black Jack Bauer, but they tried to hand 24 off to a black actor, Corey Hawkins, I think, and it just didn't work. So, but I hear your logic. Your logic makes sense. Would the public accept it though? That's the question, I think, when you look at this situation.
Yeah, I get it that Bourne is Matt Damon, but like,
yeah,
how much longer do you guys want that to happen? I mean,
yeah, I know. I agree.
Decade too. Like,
Yeah.
I just don't know if I need him coming back to that IP.
I agree. I don't think he should come back. I don't think he should come back. I think it's done. I think he should move on from it. It's done.
Yeah.
What about David Johnson if he doesn't get the Black Panther thing? The David Johnson Jason Bourne, could that be interesting? Or is that more of a TV series? Is that more like a prestige TV series, maybe?
Hate to say it, but I think Bourne needs a little bit more fuckable.
Oh, wow. All right. Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's pretty fuckable in industry, but all right. All right.
You think the ladies are lining up to fuck David Johnson?
I don't know. I couldn't possibly speculate on that.
I can, and I think that there are other better candidates out there who could, be a better Bourne.
Fair enough. By the way, someone suggested a better title for your thing. How about Jason Reborn? Oh, that's good.
Don't tell that to Universal. They might use that.
Jason Reborn. Yeah. Make Jack Black play.
Born again. Jason Bourne again.
I mean, Dance of Interest could be. That's a legitimate possibility. I agree. Legitimate possibility there. Dance of Interest. I could see that. What do you think ultimately is going to happen, though? You know, because you kind of are good at
the Terminator franchise. It becomes Jason Cyborn.
All right. You wanted me to put this. Let's move on to something else. You wanted to put me.
You wanted me to put this on the lineup, Jeff. I didn't want to put it on the lineup, but you.
No, I'm not saying that. You wanted to talk about it. This Ghostbusters stuff. Do you have a Ghostbusters thing on this or no?
Oh wow, you're putting me on the spot here.
Okay. You said you had something for the Ghostbusters.
I do. 1 second. Jesus
okay, all right.
I don't know the rundown here. You're just like Ghostbusters. Your fingers.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's such a fucking liar. I send him the rundown every morning we do the show. Every morning. I say, do you want to remove or add anything?
All right. This is big. You ready?
All right.
So there's 2 Ghostbusters projects in the works right now, right?
Okay.
There's a movie, an animated movie.
Yes.
And an animated series.
Yes.
Both at Netflix.
Okay. Yes.
Sony's producing them for Netflix.
Right.
No one knows what they're about.
Okay.
The movie, I'm told, is called Ecto.
Oh. Okay.
Told from the ghost's perspective.
The ghosts or a ghost? Like the Slimer?
Ghost singular.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's like presence in a way.
Yeah.
Right? But it's going to be maybe like the more commercial version of that, like not like the slow, it's going to have a little bit more oomph to it.
Yeah.
Wasn't there also like that We Bought a Ghost or something, like with David Harbour as a ghost on Netflix? David Harbour's a ghost. Anthony Mackie buys a house in Netflix.
Maybe. I guess. I don't remember that.
Anyways, the movie Ecto, and it's going to be told from the ghost perspective. The TV show.
Yeah.
The TV show is supposedly set in the 1990s.
Oh, okay.
In Walter Peck's initial run for mayor.
Oh, interesting. Wait, are they going to de-age everybody or recast?
It's animated.
Oh, both of them are animated or just the movies animated?
Both of them are animated.
Oh, okay. All right.
Animated movie told from the ghost perspective called Ecto, and an animated series set in the 90s during Walter Peck's initial run for mayor.
Will this be more young adult or will this be more 4-quadrant? Either one of these projects. What do you think?
I don't know.
Interesting. Walter Peck. Yeah.
But I would imagine it's the same crowd that they're aiming, like, Stranger Things, the animated show at.
Right.
Right. I mean, I think it could be big.
Yeah. I mean, Netflix said how a lot of their, like, over 50% of their views are on animated content, specifically anime. So yeah, no surprise that they're wanting to invest.
Statistics out of thin air.
Yeah. Good stuff. I like it. I like it. Okay. Anything more on that?
That's all I got. That's all I got.
All right. I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I'm sorry. Yeah.
I'm just Jeffrey from the block.
Jeff, did you see this one? Are you a Boys fan?
I actually didn't watch the trailer. I didn't know we were talking about that one. My bad.
Okay.
All right. Love the boys. Love the boys. Don't even need to see a trailer. Sold. Give me the screeners.
Okay. All right. Ditto. Good trailer. Full on going with their imagery. Good trailer and their commentary. Very spot on. Very on the nose, but I still loved it. I thought it was great.
Pumped for that shit.
I want to ask you about this. I know you are a co-host on FYC, Jeff, and I know you don't like to give away too many of your opinions that you repeat on that show, but the rumors are growing, bro, that this man's Oscar is in danger. In danger. There's more people coming back. I mean, Hollywood Reporter is writing articles, Variety is writing articles, all the entertainment websites are writing articles that his Oscar could very well be in trouble. Where are you on this now? Are you more in that camp or less in that?
Sometimes I take my rainbow out and I rub my rainbow for advice.
It's styrofoam.
And the rainbow tells me,
yes,
that Timothée Chalamet is going to win an Oscar.
So you still think he's going to win? Okay.
Right. I think that the SAG Awards are the runner-up awards.
Okay.
Michael B. Jordan, listen, there's a saying.
Okay. Yes.
The saying, I believe, comes from the NBA. And the saying is, ball don't lie.
Ball don't lie. You're right about that.
Ball don't lie. And Timothée Chalamet was better than Michael B. Jordan. Ball don't lie.
Wow.
That's the assessment. I think that it's between Timothée Chalamet and Wagner Moura. And if they're that, it'll be Wagner Moura, like I said, all season.
Okay.
I don't care about him winning the SAG. I don't think he's going to win here.
Okay. All right. I think MBJ is going to win. Now I'm in that place now. I really do, because I love Chalamet. I think he deserves the Oscar. But I just feel I feel this momentum shifting. I just feel it shifting. And I've lived through so many Oscar seasons. You can sense when things start
to shift as well. I'm feeling it. Yeah. But Marty Supreme, I don't know. It's the only way to sort of honor that movie, kind of.
It's true. But he's not doing himself any favors, is he? All the attention getting stuff, all the commentary, he's not doing him anything.
He's saying that Academy members or loser media members who never, they don't think highly of themselves at all.
Well, that's for sure. I support Timothy speaking his mind. I love it. I love the confidence in him. But I know recently there has been more articles on this, more kind of coming, and I wonder if that's going to affect the votes.
No, people are
we'll see. We'll see.
I think Timothée is going to win. I think he's waited a while. I think they want to anoint this guy as the next big thing.
Yeah.
I just think he was better than both Michael and Wagner, quite frankly.
Yeah.
And that's going to go a long way, even though I understand the Sinners shift. I feel that shift in momentum as well.
Yeah. And I wonder if maybe last year, him not getting it over Adrian Brody, like maybe there's a little residue of that will affect the voting this year as well. So, yeah. I think he's the best performance. I think he should get the Oscar. But MBJ feels like this momentum is coming on here. We will see.
He hasn't really been around to campaign all that much. He's been making the movie overseas, Thomas Crown Affair.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Jeff, did you get a chance to see this? Have you gotten out to a theater to see this? Did you get a screening for this at all?
If you actually look closely, I'm in the background of the minute. I have not seen The Bride. Okay. I might go see it tonight, actually, because I was going to see it Saturday night for motherfucking date night, and the reviews are just so terrible. I'm like, why even bother?
Yeah.
There's so much good TV out to watch.
It's true.
The Bride. Listen, I've heard stories about this movie for like the last year. I'm probably, responsible for the narrative that's out there about it. It sounds like it just didn't land with critics.
It's a mixed bag for critics, but I'm one of those critics that loved it. It worked for me so hardcore. I cannot explain it. Other movies like this, Jeff, make my eyes roll out of my fucking head, pretentious as fuck. But I think Maggie Gyllenhaal's approach worked for me. And I'm not alone. There's a few of us. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. And Jesse was fucking phenomenal. And I thought Christian Bale was damn good as well. And Annette Bening was criminally underused. But I like what Maggie did with this story. It's absolutely a feminist story. Absolutely a story about a woman finding her voice amidst the madness and abuse of men. And she even wanders into the mental health side of things in all of this, which I think was really well done. But I dug it, man. I dug the chemistry. I dug the direction and the cinematography and the score even. The only negatives are Sarsgaard and Penelope Cruz, in my opinion. Penelope is so horribly miscast. I don't understand the logic. Either they're friends like for a long time and she cast her, or she's always wanted to work with her. But is the one misstep of the movie, I think, in the casting side is Penelope. It just doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I recommend it. But I wonder if you probably might hate it, or maybe it'll work for you. We'll see.
I love natural born killers. So like if it's anything like that, I think I could be interested. But
I would say it has elements of that. Yeah.
Looks like a dicey proposition.
I got to see Project Hail Mary last night. The hype is real. That's all I'll say. I'm not going to use the M word, Jeff, but the hype is real.
Wow, Johnny.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I was so in love with that movie by the end of the movie. Like it's a fucking beautiful movie. It's a fucking beautiful movie. That's what I'll say. I just really was blown away. And Ryan, dude, this is the movies he's built to lead. The effortless charm he has throughout the whole movie is great. And the stuff with Rocky is great. And and Sandra Hüller, who has a bit of the Cate Blanchett. Like this time around, I was like, oh, I see where this niche is for her. So yeah.
John, we have some breaking news.
Break it down.
It's not quite news. It's breaking honest opinions.
Oh, okay.
Scott Feinberg has THR's first brutally honest Oscar ballot. Are you ready?
Okay.
According to this Oscar voter, John.
Oh, it's not Feinberg, because I really was not going to give it any
no, the voting is closed. He's now accepted honesty.
Okay.
Sentimental Value got the first pick.
For
Best Picture.
What? Wow.
Sinners is 2, One Battle After Another's 3. Keep in mind, remember, preferential ballot.
Yeah.
So if Sinners is 2 and One Battle After Another's 3, once Sentimental Value doesn't get to a certain number of votes, that vote goes to the next movie on the list.
Which is
that vote would go in the Sinners pile. Very interesting there. Best Director winner, Ryan Coogler, Sinners.
Ooh, interesting.
That is Paul Thomas Anderson have it in the bag?
I'm telling you.
Best Actor, Ethan Hawke, Blue Moon.
What? Who is this voter?
I don't know.
I want this voter out of the Academy. Out of the Academy.
Very tempted to vote for Leo, the voter said, but Chalamet, great.
It was between the white guy and the other white guy, and I didn't know which white guy to go with, so I went with Ethan. Anyway, go ahead.
Best Actress, Renata Reinsve.
Oh my God. This must be a foreign critic. Remember, there's 20% of the voting body are foreign voters. This must be a foreign vote.
Supporting actor, Benicio del Toro.
Again, yeah. All right.
And supporting actress, Inga Ib's daughter, Lilius.
Yeah, this is absolutely a foreign voter. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Sentimental Value got the original screenplay for them over Sinners. So
Feinberg?
We loved Sentimental Value. That's just one voter, folks. But that is the first official out of anywhere, I feel like we can, out of any podcast, we can actually report an official vote.
Feinberg, this is Trump's America. You find me an American voter, and let's get those numbers in there. Let's get some American votes on this goddamn thing. America, for God's sakes. Love that. Honest votes. All right, so yeah, could be. I think we're in for a wild night, bro. I think we're in for a wild night at the Oscars. This is gonna be a lot of fun. I'm definitely doing a live watch along on my channel, so it's gonna be a lot of fun.
I'm gonna watch it shirtless.
As well, you should. Speaking of the Oscars, let's talk about this. Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan are reuniting for the Oscars to present a tribute to Rob Reiner. Bob, Jeff, this is really fascinating. Like, there are very few people who get this kind of treatment from the Oscars, and bringing these actors together to talk about Rob Reiner. I mean, it just shows you the power of Rob Reiner and how much his passing has affected so many people. It's amazing.
Yeah, and Conan's hosting the show.
Yes, he is. That's right. Conan, who the party. Oh my God. Yeah, right. Good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's great that they were able to get Billy. Billy's obviously a huge part of the Oscars legacy.
Yeah.
And with Meg Ryan for that movie, I think he'll do a fantastic job.
Yeah. Other names in the mix who have been confirmed as presenters: Will Arnett, Priyanka Chopra Jonas.
Dude.
Yes.
Let's talk about her for a second. Did you see The Bluff?
Fuck no, I didn't see The Bluff. She can't act. I'm sorry.
John Roca. Fuck no, I didn't see it. Bro, this movie fucks. This movie is honestly, it has John Roca's name written all over.
No.
Yep. She was good.
No way.
Yep.
She's terrible in Baywatch and so many other things I've seen her in.
This is exactly what she needs to be doing. I watched the whole time. I was like, this should have been Wonder Woman. Like, this is awesome.
Really?
I totally buy her as an ass kicker.
You bastard.
You should
make me watch this dumb shit.
You should watch it.
Is the Peaky Blinders film out this weekend as well? Or is that next weekend?
Never seen Peaky Blinders, have no interest.
Oh, okay. All right. That's right. All right, as I was saying, Robert Downey Jr., Anne Hathaway, Paul Mescal, and Gwyneth Paltrow will all also be presenters. So, man, Oscars are lining up. This is a murderer's row now. Oscars lining up some really.
That's why we watch the Oscars, for the presenters. What kind
I think it's a big deal.
They deliver?
I think it's a big deal.
All right, the biggest.
What's the name of this movie? Pirates Bluff.
It's just called The Bluff.
The Bluff. Isn't this the one with Carl Urban?
Yeah. Dude, crazy violent movie. Like not just like, oh, it's the new Heart of Stone or some of these other like bullshit movies where a woman kicks ass. I thought she was really good.
62%, man. I don't know if I trust you, brother. I love you though.
Dude, critics don't know anything. Remember that. I know all.
Well, your boy Glenn Kenny at the Boston Globe liked it. There you go. Bibiani liked it. What? Oh no.
Bibiani. Oh, brother Jeffrey.
Oh my. All right. Maybe I'll give it a chance.
Watch The Bluff.
The Bluff. Do you have anything else before we get to the questions? No, that was everything. Let's get to the questions, Jeff. We're running out of time here. Where are they here? You doing?
The questions.
James D. Michelle says, hi, Jeff and John. Hope all is well. What are your thoughts on the Lanterns trailer? I loved it. So did I. Not to mention, we haven't even seen what the finished product looks like yet. People love to hate. It's 100% the truth.
Guys, this wasn't green enough for me.
It wasn't green enough.
Green enough.
Fuck
I need
yourself.
just overwhelming greenness.
Where is the green? Where's the greenness? I need a greenness. I just didn't know. This is not my Green Lantern.
Without green, the lantern, they should be glowing.
Oh, so ridiculous, these people. Armada AYT said, I said, ooh, turn the lights off. All right, there you go.
Lights off. Jeff is getting shirtless. Says it. Ooh, turn the lights off.
He says,
My brother Jeffrey.
Armada said, y'all still going to interview Sherry DeVille?
I have a few times, my friend.
I would love to, but I probably wouldn't be able to keep it together. I'll be honest with you.
Should I call her right now?
Please don't. Please don't. I'm going to be real nervous. Don't fucking call her, please. I know Christian interviewed Penny. Finally, that Penny Barber interview dropped with him and Roxy and Kalinowski. No, stop it. Reggie Brown says, you guys talked about Aldous Hodge being Jason Bourne. I'd rather he be Black Panther. Well, he's already, no, there's no way. No. He's already Hawkman or whatever, isn't he? What did we just see him in?
It's talked about. I mentioned him as a possibility for Bourne. My dad would have liked to see Aldous Hodge. He liked City on a Hill.
Yeah,
City on a Hill guy.
Is that the one with him and Bacon? Right? Is that right?
Yeah. You'd rather him be Black Panther. I mean,
no. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe.
I mean, he's just Cross, right? That's what he's done. Hawkman. Yeah, it was Hawkman and Black Adam. So I don't know if they'd bring him. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know if he's a Jason Bourne type. WV Grad says, what happens if the WB Paramount deal clears the US but not Europe? It totally collapses. Very possible. Very possible. And especially the rating of it right now this week, the rating of its debt as a junk debt, man, it's not good. That is not good.
If this deal clears the US and not Europe, you know what's going to happen?
Go ahead.
David Ellison's going to go get rid of Europe, Donald Trump. Donald Trump. Back Europe.
We got to take care of you. We got to take Europe out. We got to take Europe out.
Papillon.
We don't have any munitions left, but we got to take Europe out. I think if it doesn't, Europe. I mean, that's one of the people. That's one of the in a lot of the write-ups. That's one of the things they considered is Europe might be exploring this a bit more. Might put them through the ringer a bit more. So we'll see. Cody Hunt Films says, did you see the report about the original Scream 7 idea? Barrera as the killer. Any chance they'd get her and Ortega back for the next film? No fucking way. No fucking way.
No fucking way now. No fucking way now.
First of all, she wouldn't come back. Second of all, this film did so well. They don't need them to come back. So I don't see how they would come back, Jeff.
Yeah. These Carpenter sisters are dunzo. They ain't coming back, bro.
Yeah.
Barrera as the killer. Sure. Whatever. Probably would have been stupid. This team can't execute a good twist. What do you want me to say?
You don't have them say you were lucky to miss out on New York and then bring the people who were the stars of those New York Scream series back. That doesn't make sense. Wiley says, Wiley, what's up, Wiley? Been watching a lot of 80s, 90s action and thrillers this week. Just finished Patriot Games, Lethal Weapon 2 and 3, and The Last Boy Scout. All first-time watches. Any more recommendations? Oh, man, Last Boy Scout doing that jig at the end. I love Last Boy Scout. That's a lot of fun. Oh, you accidentally fell down and slipped your dick into my wife? Oh, there's such great stuff in that film.
God, there's many 80s and 90s. I mean, Sudden Death, Wiley.
Oh, yeah. Van Damme. Hell yeah.
You know what's a good one? Surviving the Game.
Ooh, which one's that?
Ice-T. Ice-T is a homeless guy who's being hunted. Yeah, bro. Yeah.
You're out of your mind, bro. You're out of your mind, bro.
Yeah, bro. You know what else is good? No Escape with Ray Liotta.
That is good. I do have a soft spot in my heart for that one. With Kevin Dillon. Poor Kevin Dillon.
Miley, you know what you should track down, bro? Unlawful Entry.
Kurt Russell. Ray Liotta. Isn't there Ray Liotta in that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Madeline Stowe.
Jennifer 8, bro. Yeah. Jennifer 8.
Andy Garcia.
That could have been you. He had the career you should have had, Rocha.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
You could have played that role.
I could have played
not you, John. John, not you.
How about another one with Andy Garcia? About Internal Affairs? If you haven't seen Internal Affairs, bro.
Fuck yeah. Judgment.
That's a good movie.
All these movies are great.
Richard Gere is excellent as a villain in that movie. Brutally excellent. And Laurie Metcalf is great in that film as well. All right, I'll give you a few more, Wiley. Definitely The Rock. If you haven't seen The Rock, you got to see The Rock.
I quoted The Rock this morning.
Which part?
You're the best. Losers always whine about their best.
Is that Scott?
That's my James Bond.
That's a good one. You're best. Con Air, definitely, if you haven't seen that one. I do have a soft spot for Replacement Killers with Chow Yun-Fat, Mira Sorvino. Bad Boys is great. Executive Decision, Jeff. Come on. You got to watch Executive Decision.
And then
yeah.
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
Is that which one's that? Was that Armageddon? Which one's that one?
Bro, everybody knows that. That was Speed.
Oh,
Dun,
yeah,
dun,
Speed.
dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, Speed. You got to watch Speed, bro. And Passenger 57, always bet on black.
Let's
there you
just
go. There's
let's spend the next half hour just naming movies from the 90s. Oh, this
Superman.
movie.
Oh, don't forget this one. Spoofman said thoughts on Leguizamo and Sasha Kaye joining Flanagan's Exorcist. A lot of the Flanagan regulars have also joined. This is a stacked cast, Jeff.
Yeah. Thank God we can't get a fucking Mike Flanagan movie without Rahul Kohli in it.
Jeff, is there enough time to fit all these actors into this movie? This is insane.
I don't like it. I got to tell you, I just wish that he, I don't know, made a movie with a different group of actors. Now, to me, it's just going to feel like everything else that he's done because, you know, half the cast is from everything else that he's done.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of this move. If I was Universal, I told you, like when I said he tried to get his wife as the lead in this movie. Like,
that's right.
Help himself. Like, just if you're Universal, you just got to be like, no, just hire anybody else.
Yeah. I imagine Kaye and Leguizamo might be father and daughter in the movie. I imagine, right? Because Kaye's 30 years old.
He's supposed to be a bad guy.
Who, Leguizamo?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how that works. Maybe we're going to get a little Exorcist 3 action.
Oh, that could be possible. Yeah. Maybe grandfather, I guess, because Leguizamo's 65. Let that break your fucking heart. I can't believe Leguizamo is 65 years old. That's insane. Oh, insane. All right. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. Budweiser 3 says, my favorite dynamic duo. Thank you, Budweiser. Do you think Glenn Powell is going the way of Josh Lucas? Remember when Hollywood tried shoving him down our throats? Do you think he'd be better suited in twofers? Jeff, I think Jeff has to recuse himself from this conversation. His connection to Glenn Powell is very strong. He does. I didn't say from the screen. I just said from this conversation. I don't know he's going the way of Josh Lucas because I think he had more potential than Josh
Lucas was never as big as Glenn Powell.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Josh Lucas never sold for a film for 100 minutes. I don't think they're shoving him down our thing at the end of the day, you know, and so, but I think a lot of people want him to succeed, so I think he will succeed.
I don't think he's going the way of Josh Lucas. I think he'll have to have another few years like the one that he's sort of in the middle of having right now. But you know what? There's a light at the end of the tunnel, and I've heard good that we'll see. The JJ movie's testing soon, so we're going to hear how it turned out fairly soon.
Both of them need that to be good. Both JJ and Glenn.
Yeah.
Both struggling. Dennis Hoffman says, remember when Annapurna was going to do a gritty Terminator before Skydance took it? I do remember that. Ironically, Skydance took it.
Maybe they still will.
Oh, yeah. That could be possible.
Dun, 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 dun. I could be the Terminator. Okay. I'd be like, have you seen this boy?
It's JT. It's just a picture of JT. That Shadow 790 says, do you think if the merger is successful that Ellison would be like only one Batman and it's Pattinson?
That's the first thing he'd say. He buys it, and as soon as he does, he's going to meet the president and say, just so we're clear, there's only one Batman and it's Robert Pattinson. I couldn't get him to do the Possession remake over here at Paramount, but
James Gunn resigns from DC effective immediately.
What is this obsession?
People just want the question answered once and for all, Jeff. That's what it is. People don't like to live in the unknown.
It'll be next week, so tune in next week and give us your money.
I'm sure. Josh Duckwell, what's up, Josh? Hello, John and Jeff. I enjoyed the Lanterns trailer and cannot wait for the show. Enjoyed your newsletter, Jeff. Stoked for Sir Kingsley and Sonic.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Sir Ben. I love it. That story did very well.
Oh, that's good. I'm happy for you, bro.
I was surprised.
People love Kingsley. People love Sonic, bro.
People love Sonic. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I kind of couldn't believe how big it was, but all right.
Figs 1210 says, guys, we need a CinemaCon update. Did you hear back?
Virtual high five, John.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got in.
We got in.
They heard we did a little show called The Fucking Hot Mic, and they said, roll out the red carpet for these bozos.
They're going to give us a room.
Caesars. You didn't get a room at Caesars, right?
I did. There's nothing at Caesars, bro.
No, there's nothing. It's
Yeah.
I mean, there are rooms available, but you have to pay full price because it's not part of like all the CinemaCon blocks sold out. So I'm staying at the Flamingo. You staying at the Flamingo?
I'm not staying at the Flamingo, but I'm staying near the Flamingo. I'll let you know once we lock it down.
John has some security issues, folks. He doesn't want to let anybody know what hotel he's going to be at. He's got some stalkers.
I don't know if you know this, but I've been an outspoken person about certain things, and I don't need to get shot in the street. So but I will be near the Flamingo, and Lindley is going to be staying with the Lady Outlaw is going to be staying with me the whole time. So she's going to work.
That's what you think, bro. If you can't find her, you check my place at the Flamingo.
She does love you. She does love you. All right. Cody Hunt Films. So that week we'll probably do something maybe after CinemaCon, or maybe we'll do, I don't know if they can even let us set up anywhere to do a show, which would be a blast.
I hot tub in my bedroom. I got the lover's suite at the Flamingo.
Are you bringing your lady, or is she staying home?
I'm staying. She's staying home.
Oh, okay. All right.
Last time we went to Vegas together, one of us wound up arrested, and I'm not going to tell you who it was.
Plot twist. There was an arrest.
Plot twist.
Cody Hunt Film says, do you think we'll get a ton of this war films in the coming years, similar to early 2000s with
David Ellison? All I love is war. War.
Does today's audience have a taste for it? I think that's the last thing people would want is war films, bro. I mean, people are really burnt out on all that shit right now. I really would be surprised. We might get like small films that explore what happened or whatever, like more of like Zero Dark 30 type films, but I can't imagine they'll be the big spectacle films like Saving Private Ryan or anything like that. So, yeah.
I think we're gonna get a ton of war movies, but the war is gonna be between the fucking automatons and the Decepticons. Dude.
Very possible.
There could be a lot of those kinds of wars.
That Shadow 790 says, I'm curious if Del Toro continues to work with Netflix, because he said multiple times, fuck AI, while promoting Frankenstein. Oh, you mean Guillermo del Toro, not Benicio del Toro. Look, no one else is giving Guillermo the budgets. He's getting Netflix, so
exactly. He's gonna keep working with Netflix, trust me.
And the AI is not about replacing any of the actors or the creatives, right? It might replace some of the technical people, and that's fair to be upset about that. But this is a tool to help the filmmakers make their films quicker and realize their visions much more clearly. So at least that's the way Ben's presenting it. Datboy22 says, thoughts on Hoppers? It's looking to have a big opening for an original movie post-pandemic. Looks like a strong year for Pixar. Yeah, it's getting the best reviews that Pixar has had in quite some time, Jeff. So your thoughts on this? Have you seen it or heard about it?
I haven't seen Hoppers. You know, I gotta find some little kids to go with. I might just grab one, you know, first one I see on Sunday.
Please don't say that.
Take him to see Hoppers
No.
or her. No, I don't discriminate.
Wow.
Yeah, I've heard it's really good. I heard it's fun. Sounds like a good time.
Yeah. I may catch it this weekend. Who knows? Maybe I'll talk myself into it tonight. Depends on what we're doing. Bradley Davis says, Papa Rocha. Thank you. If you're a fan of sci-fi, read the Sun Eater series. Please, Papa, it will change you. What is the Sun Eater series?
I love that somebody calls you Papa, though.
I dig it. I'm getting to that age now where they can call me Papa. I don't like Daddy, but Papa I'll take. Papa Rocha. I'm all right with that shit.
What up, cuz?
Sun Eater series. All right. I put it on the Amazon to see what this is all about. I'll check it out after the show. Thank you, Bradley. Respect it. I love that picture of you, bro. CB the Legend. Jeff, any updates on Doomsday or X-Men casting? Jeff.
They're grabbing kids off the street for this one.
Oh, my God. Don't say that. Stop it.
Are there any updates? No. That I am aware of. But I'll tell you what I heard today.
Oh, all right. What'd you hear today?
Because I don't really know what to do with this tip.
Okay.
I heard that the Lord of the Rings movie. It's going to
The
be
Gollum, the Hunt for Gollum, the Hunt for Gollum.
I'm told that it's going to be. There's a new trilogy.
Ooh.
I hear that there's a new Lord of the Rings trilogy in the works.
Would it be the Hunt for God? This would be the first installment of a trilogy, or
so.
another?
I think so. I think it would be the first one.
Fascinating. Okay. That may be why they came back, right? Elijah and Ian McClellan. Why not? Be a trilogy, make some money. Cowboys Fight 92 says, hi, evening, John and Jeff. With this Batman 2 casting room involving Daniel Craig, they got me thinking, who would you dream cast as James Gunn's Batman?
Who would it be? It'd be Homeland.
Will Poulter.
Homeland.
Anthony Starr? Wow. I kind of like him for Two-Face, but I could see him as Batman. I don't know. I don't know who I see as Batman, to be honest. For James Gunn's Batman, I don't know. Ryan Gosling. How about that? Ryan Gosling. Hamza F&D 1952. Thank you, Hamza. There's no question there, so make sure you send it in.
Hamza!
Finally, Cowboys Fan 92. Finally, by the way, John, a new trailer dropped before the show for Daredevil Season 2. Oh, I'll take a look at that one. By the way, that comes out in like 17 days. There's been no hype, literally no hype on Daredevil Born Again Season 2. What the fuck is going on? Is this not a good season?
Where's my screeners, Disney?
Yeah, where's my screeners? By the way, I need to get
screeners for Scarpetta.
I need to get back on the Hulu train. I don't know why I don't get screeners for Hulu anymore. I got to figure that out.
Because you host a podcast with me and they hate me.
Do they hate you? Oh.
Yeah.
Because Paradise, I'm loving Paradise Season 2, and I hate that I have to keep waiting week to week. I want all the screeners right now.
You greedy little pig. I
am. Robert Sanchez, 2334. With Beau Willimon working on a game movie, is the James Mangold directed Dawn of the Dead-Eye dead? Beau was set to co-write it after Andor. I think everything Star Wars is dead, except for that Kinberg trilogy. Yeah. Even the Rey movie, I think, is kind of dead. Jeff, what are your thoughts?
Oh, God. I haven't asked yet. I haven't asked my source, but I've heard that is true.
See? I knew it.
I heard this week, actually. Like I just heard it that it's like dead.
Wow.
But I haven't asked, so I can't say that conclusively.
Right.
It doesn't sound good.
No, it feels to me like everything is dead except for that Kinberg trilogy.
I think Mangold is focused on that Timothée Chalamet heist movie, is what I think. And I think that Swamp Thing could be after that.
Yeah. Jared LT78 says, I don't have high hopes, but have either of you heard anything about the Watch Dogs movie? I love the video games, but I don't know anything about it, Jeff. Do you know anything about the Watch Dogs?
I watched something about the Herd Dogs movie.
No, I didn't hear anything about the Watch Dogs movie. Sorry.
Watch Dogs movies. It's supposed to be coming out in 2026, huh?
Right. Watch Dogs movie.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't know anything about this. Sophie Wilde, Tom Blythe, Markel Kevin. I don't even know who those people are. All right. We'll see what happens. It wrapped on September 13th of last year. So
I'll poke around. Yeah,
okay.
Video companies are bad about keeping scoops.
Wiley says, what was with the weird sequels in the 90s? Jewel of the Nile, U.S. Marshals. Do you remember any odd ones? Well, Jewel of the Nile wasn't a weird sequel because that was a sequel to Romancing the Stone and everybody came back. U.S. Marshals is the weird one because why are you doing another fugitive film but not Harrison Ford and you bring in Wesley? By the way, not a bad film. Not a bad film. Robert Downey Jr. in that movie in an ensemble role.
Exorcist 3 was considered a weird sequel.
Was that in the 90s?
I think so.
Hold
on.
I mean, isn't the weirdest one like, what's her face? Hannibal. Julianne Moore coming in for Jodie Foster. That's the weird sequel.
I guess.
Another 48 Hours wasn't that strong of a sequel.
That's not the 90s, is it?
Yeah. It's 1990, bro.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Scream 2? Is that a weird sequel?
Great. It's a great sequel.
Yeah. Rocky 5, terrible sequel.
Although
There
I
you
think it was Darren Franish that recently ranked the Scream movies, and he put Scream 2 at number 1. And I was just like, you should lose your job. I would fire you right on the spot. As soon as you turned it in, I'd be like, I'm supposed to run this? I'm supposed to share this with the public? You think this is worthy?
Get out. Yeah, well, the night, man, people were on a lot of coke in the 90s, dog. That's what it was. JJ needs a hit more than Glenn. Glenn Film seems excited with Lucas Nelson writing original songs, Willie Nelson's son. Glenn knows how to write for himself and looks good in a cowboy hat. Well, there you go.
Sure does, sugar.
All right. 2 more here on the super chat side of things. Fred says, no marketing for Daredevil 2. Sounds likely Disney is hoping lightning strikes twice after Wonder Man. Hot Mike rocks. Thank you, Fred. No, Wonder Man they were trying to cancel that thing, so they dropped it all on the same day and pushed it out, but it actually was good and people loved it. This is supposedly the real, voice of these creators, so I'm surprised nothing's happened.
I feel like I could play Wilson Fisk. I just hunched up my shoulders and I talked like this.
Matt.
I run the city.
Doug developed Dancing with Snow White. Oh, God, yeah. It killed careers. Well, not Rob's. Rob kept working. I thought it was corny, but not that bad. What were your thoughts? Well, it didn't kill Rob's career. Rob's been working consistently ever since. He's in that, 911 or one of those fucking offshoots.
That worked out for Rob Lowe, yeah. So this was, I forget what year this was, but you were, celebrating your 40th birthday around this time?
50th around this time.
50th birthday around the time that Rob Lowe hosted the Oscars. Okay.
That's 1989. Another summer. Get down. Sound of the funky drama.
1989, the only Oscar I knew was The Grouch.
1989. Wow. That's how long ago it was. Woof. I don't remember that Academy Awards. Rain Man won Best Picture that year. Oh, okay. Well, whatever. I do remember it, Doug, though. Thank you for the reminder. All right, let's get to the other ones here. The Streamlabs. Sorry, I didn't have this pulled up. Let's see. All right. All right.
Streamlabs.
Here we go.
Streamlabs.
Essel says, Alice says, Universal Pictures currently has an untitled event film scheduled for June 9th of 2028. Is it more likely the new Bourne film or Jurassic 8 gets that release date? I would say Jurassic 8. What do you think?
Definitely Jurassic 8. Yeah.
Essel says, why should I care about P.H. Mary? Why is it different than E.T. or Arrival or The Last Starfighter? Is Gnome the last row? Why is Trump still president? Would you pay $300 to see Sting in a 2,000-seat room? Thanks. I paid. There you go. Yes, you did. Would I pay $300 to see Sting in a 2,000-seat room? Yes, of course. It's Sting. I'd pay $300 for that.
I would not pay.
Wow. Okay.
You're my little desert rose.
Well, boy.
Actually.
Yep. Oh, boy. Here we go.
Desert roses. It's actually desert.
SL sends more support, then says, I saw one YouTuber saying they don't like/hate the F-bombs in the Lanterns trailer. They wish it was more accessible for families. I disagree with that person. Thoughts? I think that's ridiculous. It's HBO Max, man. Come on.
I need more F-bombs. I need
yeah.
What is this? A fucking mystery to you? What do I look like to you? A fucking detective?
People want to kidify everything. Cut it out. The world is not made for kids anymore. It's not.
Fuck
Carlton. I didn't say that. Carlton Banks says, I wanted to send some love to you all and asking a tough question. You guys never answer. I'm fucking tired of Jeff John. When are you guys going to get baked and do a sleepover and eat some tank burgers, maybe some chips and ice cream, and get Jeff a filet-o-fish? I'll tell you what, it might happen in Vegas. It's very possible. It might happen in Vegas. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So,
dude, I'm not eating any filet-o-fish no matter where we're going.
So we might get baked and get some
burgers.
Go
to the pub with Jamie.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, do you think Jamie will be there?
Jamie's going to be there.
Nice. We definitely have to have a dinner with Jamie. I would love to have dinner with Jamie. That'd be great. Essel says, Jeff, any news about the Matrix sequel from Drew Goddard? Something juicy, please. There's got to be some news. I bet it will be awesome due to his past work. John, hello to you, sir. Thanks for being a true person of realness. Thank you, SL. Jeff, Drew Goddard's Matrix, is that even still happening?
That is where you're going to see Matt Damon's Jason Bourne. Jason Bourne, star of the Matrix. No, I haven't heard anything about the Matrix 5. I don't know what direction he's taking it. I hope there's a brand new cast. I'm sick of all those characters, and I want a fresh start.
Yeah, that's true. Carlton Banks says, hey, listen, I know I get baked for 1 second. Jeff, be serious. The Matt Reeves Batman, seriously, do you think with the quality of tracks that we get a trilogy? With Paramount, is it safe? And look at Jeff's pink robe. He looks so dope. Get some burgers with Rocha.
Is it? So what was it? It was.
He's saying
a trilogy.
Yeah. Does he think they're going to finish it out as a trilogy? Like it'll get a third film. And with Paramount, is it safe to get a third film?
If it grosses $1 billion, yeah.
Yeah, $1 billion. You think? I think it will.
I mean, the first one did 800.
Yeah, almost 800. Yeah, 700 something. Yeah.
I think, yeah, this is now the time to maybe take the jump. Yeah, I think that so long as he's interested and things line up, a certain way for him, I think he would be allowed to complete his vision for a trilogy if there is in fact one. For sure. SL says, Sun Eater was once sold as what if Anakin becoming Darth Vader is the right thing? It shows its influence, but it's worth it. Yeah, but man, the first book is $20 for a paperback. I don't pay $20 for a paperback, dog. I just don't. But we'll see. Maybe from some of my friends will let me borrow it. All right, we got some more super chats that came through. Jeff Armada says Red Dead Games is a series, maybe Red Dead Redemption. Yeah, I would love that Cowboy series. Never played it. Don't care.
All right. Armada says have Ken Knapsack and Mark Ellis on this show. Would love to. I think Ken's live right now, actually. So if he goes live at this time, it'd be tough to have him on the show. Listen, but I'd love to have both those guys.
John doesn't know this, but I like to be both the funny one and the sexy one. If we have Mark Ellis on, I won't be the funny one. If we have Ken Knapsack on, I won't be the sexy one. So that's
true.
Cool.
That's a fair point. Josh Duckwall says, Jeff John, my wife and I want some hot mic merch anytime soon. Yes. What do we have? Is it up? Is it up? Or what's the deal with that?
You mean, did you do what you had to do?
No, that's right. I got to do something. All right. I'm going to do that tonight or Friday. I will do that.
The same step of the merchandise conversation for months.
I'm sorry. I got to handle
You're a busy man. I get it. You've got.
No. I got to handle this. I do. I got to handle this. So I will handle it. I promise. John, whatever you want to do, just let me know. All right. Fantastic. Prediction. Toy Story 5, first U.S. $2 billion animated film. I would say so. It was a good trailer, Jeff.
I'm going to say no.
You don't think so? Okay. All right.
No.
Zeno Hour says, who will be on the hot mic first, Mark Ellis or Christian? Christian said he wants to come on.
Christian.
So, yeah, that's a possibility for sure. All right, that's all the questions. Jeff, is there anything more? I know we're 20 minutes early from the end of the show. Anything you want to talk about? Those are all the topics I had. So if there's anything you want to
good juice today, I give you Ghostbusters shit. I give you Lord of the Rings shit.
Yeah. Here we go. I have to favorite streaming service, Jeff. Scream 3 is the best one. Oh, Scream 3.
No, Scream 3 is not the best one. No. Favorite streaming service, Netflix.
Probably Apple, but yes, Netflix is fantastic, but probably Apple.
Does Apple have Seinfeld?
No,
That's
nor do I.
What I thought.
Nor do I need it to have Seinfeld.
Dude, my credit card expired at the end of February, and so and I still haven't got a new debit card.
Yeah,
and so I didn't have Netflix right for like 24 hours, maybe even 12 hours.
Whoa, are you okay?
I panicked.
What?
I was like, what? I was freaking out. I'm like, I need my Seinfeld. But I'm too, I was too lazy to, put the new card payment in and all that. And I was just like, it was not a good situation. It showed me that Netflix has a hold on me.
I'm seeing behind you all those DVDs. You don't have the entire Jerry Seinfeld collection on DVD that you can pop in or Blu-ray. that you can pop in instead of Netflix?
No, I don't think so. I think I sold my Seinfeld DVDs a long time ago.
Oof, that makes no sense to me.
You want to buy some DVDs, bro?
No, I don't buy DVDs.
Blu-rays? You want some Blu-rays? I got some good Blu-rays.
I got my own right here.
I got my own Blu-rays. Well, fuck you then.
There it is. Alan Smithy, favorite type of donut? I like a crawler. Ooh, favorite type of donut?
Classic honey dipped glazed donut.
Listen, it's probably a Boston cream, but you got to get it fucking right. You got to get that chocolate icing correct, and you got to get the icing inside of the Boston. Because if it tastes like plastic or chemicals, you kill the fucking donut. You got to make it fresh. So I would say the Boston cream, although I do like me an old fashioned every once in a while. That Shadow says favorite Billy Bob Thornton movie. Jeff, favorite Billy Bob Thornton movie. Armageddon.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a really good one. Oh, no, I know what it is. I know.
Go
what
ahead.
It is. It's A Simple Plan.
Oh, yeah. Fuck, that's a good film. That's a good film. Excellent film.
That's why I get paid the big bucks.
True. I am 2 Flight Games. Scream 3 solo Ghostface. He's the GOAT Ghostface. I don't think so.
No.
Matt says, did you guys check out the Penny Barber interview? Kalinowski was starstruck.
I don't know why.
Oh my God. You have sex for a living. Oh my God. Oh my God. I guess it takes all kinds. Then again, I mean, I would have a hard time talking to Sherry, so I shouldn't give Kalinowski.
You guys are silly. John, you come up to LA. I'll show you a good time, baby. You know.
Oh boy. Nope. Happily with a lady. No. I don't want to get in trouble. But yeah, I watched about 10 minutes of the Penny Barber interview. She was sweet. She's, she humored, she put up with them and their questions, and she was great. And Roxy asked some really good questions. But yeah, Mike was a bit.
They asked about me?
I don't know if they asked about you. In the 10 minutes I saw, I didn't see that, but
They should have.
I know that Mike was a bit like, so, but it is what it is. All right, that's all our questions, Jeff. Let's get out of here, man. Let's get out of here. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us. We appreciate you madly. Jeff, where can they find you and your newsletter, buddy?
TheInsnyder.com. Subscribe now. Why wait until tomorrow? Give it to Brother Jeffrey.
There you go. Why waste your time? As for me, you can follow me at The Rocha Says on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, all the social medias. Please remember to subscribe to the channel down below. Hit that bell button as well. And my other stuff I got going on tomorrow. We're going to go live with the Geek Buddies with a happy hour. Then live with the Jedi Way on Saturday at 5 p.m. PT. I'll put all that out. And our new episode of Few Good Men on the Cinephiles comes out tomorrow morning as well. So thank you all so much. Appreciate y'all madly. And we'll talk to you next time with another brand new episode of The Hot Mic. Peace. Until then.